Who wears a badge and carries a gun, charged with murder tonight.
And his arrest brings into question how others like him are being used to protect you. We're going to get into that in just a bit. But first, here's the background. This man, a deputy with the city sheriff's department, shot and killed a carjacker last summer in Spanish Lake. Now a grand jury says his action was not justified. News 4's Russell Kinsall is live from the sheriff's department. Russell, this deputy is facing second-degree murder.
He is. If convicted, 53-year-old Sergeant James Buchanan with the city sheriff's department could face up to 30 years in prison. Now, on the day of the shooting, his boss, Sheriff Vernon backed his deputy then. And when I talked to the sheriff today, he says he backs his deputy now. We found a picture of Deputy James Buchanan on his LinkedIn page. On there, it says he's worked for the St. Louis City Sheriff's Department for 20 years and 8 months. On a July day last year, when the veteran deputy shot and killed a carjacker, a grand jury decided he did not act in self-defense, nor was the shooting accidental.
We actually presented the grand jury with two potential options. One was murder second. One would be involuntary manslaughter, which is a Class C felony, and the grand jury indicted on murder second.
Buchanan says he was in his uniform and on his way to work when he saw a driver hit a grandfather walking with his grandson on Bellefontaine Road in Spanish Lake. Police say the driver had just carjacked the grandfather. The carjacker then crashed, jumped out, and ran. Deputy Buchanan chased him into a backyard, and that's where he shot and killed the suspect. News 4 spoke to Sheriff Betts on that day.
You have an oath to uphold the law. And so I believe that's what my deputy was intending to do.
Now that Buchanan's indicted, Sheriff Betts called Buchanan a very good deputy and said he was hardworking. Betts also said he was saddened by the whole incident and was standing by him 100%. Tonight, I went to Buchanan's home, not far from the scene of last year's shooting, but no one answered the door. As a city sheriff's department deputy, Buchanan was not trained for making arrests on the streets.
One thing that I do want to clarify is that the individual is not a licensed police officer. This is a St. Louis City Sheriff.
News 4 has confirmed St. Louis City Sheriff's deputies are not certified law enforcement officers and don't have the full training that police officers do. Despite that, deputies have joined St. Louis police officers in stepped-up patrols downtown to crack down on rowdy and sometimes violent behavior. An arrest warrant was issued just today for Buchanan. He's currently not in custody. Live downtown, Russell Kinsall, News 4.
Russell,